The Nichi Bei Foundation gave birth to the first nonprofit ethnic community newspaper of its kind in the country, in the worst economy in some 4 decades. The Nichi Bei has always been about being the glue that holds a community together, be it culturally, historically, socially, politically, spiritually, or emotionally. It became incumbent upon us to document the community's history for generations to come. Many of the special editions produced by the Nichi Bei Times were refined and published in the Nichi Bei Weekly, including the New Year's edition, the Japanese Culture and Cherry Blossom Festivals Guide, the Obon and Summer Festivals Guide, Home and Garden issue, Health and Wellness issue. The Japanese Culture and Cherry Blossom Festivals Guide became our effort to preserve Japanese culture in America, providing vast listings of Japanese cultural arts classes, a guide to Japanese cultural festivals across the country, and a directory of Japanese cultural centers in North America, as well as summer cultural programs. The San Francisco Japantown Map and Directory, what we call our Japantown Empowerment Project, was vastly revamped in 2019. It highlights new businesses, Japantown favorites, as well as a history walk. Moreover, it continues to boast the most comprehensive map and bilingual directory ever developed of the ethnic enclave. To further promote and empower San Francisco's Japantown, we are now working with a distribution company to bring it to some 300 locations across the Bay Area. In 2012, the Nichi Bei Foundation launched what would become our signature fundraiser, the Northern California Soy and Tofu Festival. The festival has brought together food vendors, artisan vendors, cooking demonstrators, and live entertainment in an afternoon of creative fun for the entire family. All the while, it has served as a vehicle for community building and leadership development. As the Nichi Bei Weekly likely publishes the most book reviews per year of all Asian American publications, it was natural to help further empower authors by collaborating on author events, often in partnership with other organizations. But the evolution of the foundation as an educational institution came to a head in the development of 3 events in particular, which not only became core programs of the Nichi Bei, but also some of the most meaningful community events overall. Films of Remembrance was launched in 2012 to provide filmmakers a venue to showcase their work on the Japanese American concentration camp experience during World War II. The event has grown to become the Foundation's signature educational program and the premier event of any of its kind in the country, spanning some 90 film screenings over 9 years, while expanding to Sacramento in 2017, New York City in 2019, and to San Jose's Japantown in 2020. The Nichi Bei Foundation launched the Nikkei Angel Island Pilgrimage in 2014 to get the community reconnected to our nearly forgotten legacy on the island, in partnership with the Angel Island Immigration Station Foundation and the National Japanese American Historical Society. With more than 650 attendees, it was perhaps the largest Japanese American community gathering on the island. The immigration station may have been lost forever, however, had it not been for those who we honored at the pilgrimage in 2014. Through 4 Nikkei Angel Island pilgrimages, we now have reconnected some 1,700 or more people to this nearly forgotten legacy, helping to rediscover our Nikkei roots while honoring our immigrant ancestors. On October 7, 2017, we launched our first pilgrimage to the historic Wakamatsu Tea and Silk Farm Colony in Placerville, California, the site of the first large settlement of Japanese America, established on June 8, 1869. On October 5, 2019, we launched our second pilgrimage to the site, the birthplace of the first Japanese American and gravesite of the first Japanese woman buried in America, Okei Ito. Volunteers from the California Genealogical Society have been able to reunite hundreds with their family histories at both pilgrimages. In furthering the Nichi Bei legacy of community leadership through media, the Nichi Bei Foundation has also held some special programs over its short tenure. 2015 marked the 20th anniversary of Kayohata's groundbreaking Picture Bride, the first major film written, directed, and produced by Asian American women. The Nichi Bei Foundation benefit screenings included discussions and a reception with actress Tamlyn Tomita. In 2016, we organized 3 benefit screenings of Persona non grata, the story of Chiyune Sugihara, known as the Japanese Schindler for issuing transit visas that saved the lives of some 6,000 Jewish refugees. 5 local descendants of such survivors met with descendants of the Japanese diplomat from Japan. In November of 2016, due to a rash of post-election hate crimes seemingly inflamed by the racial rhetoric of the Trump campaign, the Nichi Bei Foundation took a lead role in organizing United for Compassion, a Japantown vigil against post-election hate. This collaborative event brought out hundreds in unity against racial scapegoating. A United Compassion 2 was held in 2018. And to mark the 75th anniversary of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Nichi Bei Foundation took a lead role in presenting a virtual remembrance 75 years after atomic bombings on August 9, 2020, in collaboration with the Friends of Hibakusha and the Japanese American Religious Federation.